Reporter here live from the Cedar Grove flood disaster. Just kidding, I'm not real. This is Dana Brooks reporting live from Ocean View Beach. Just kidding, I'm not real. This is Charlotte Reed reporting live from Clearwater Beach, where an unidentified... Just kidding, I'm not real.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rechakwarash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, meaning He is, He exists, He to be. Ba'in Hada Sham name. Yahweh Shai being the name of the only begotten Son, meaning He delivers, He saves. Rechakwarash, Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone that were well. Peace and blessings to the elect of the nation Israel. Back at it again with another lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemel Shai. Lord willing, the lesson is edifying. And the brother Ottawa just getting straight to it through the spirit, as you can see in that clip right there. You know, it's showing you how out of hand this AI stuff is getting, man. Okay? It's getting very deceptive out here. And this same technology, all right, is going to be used to demonize and persecute and frame the men of the Lord, man. I believe that through the spirit. You know, and the scriptures speak about how there's going to be, what? Signs and wonders. This is Matthew 24, starting at verse 24. You know what? Let me see if I can go up a little further. So we got to really stay on our P's and Q's through the spirit, and we can't be, you know, simple, believing everything we see or everything that we hear, right? Because the deception is at an all-time high, man. Okay? So, just getting straight to the point. Matthew 24 and 22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Right. So the days are being shortened in these last days. The earth is actually spinning so fast that, you know, they're saying that in a couple weeks from now, we're only going to have 23 hours in a day, man, instead of 24. Going to show you that the days are being shortened, man, for the elect's sake. Because this devil, all he's knowing how to do is be skillful in destroying, and no flesh will be left to be saved if this devil was to continue on perpetually. Verse 23, then if any man shall say unto you, lo, here is Mashiach, or there, believe it not. For there shall arise false Mashiachs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. You see? So that's how heavy the enchantments are out here in these last days, man. How deceptive this technology is getting with this AI stuff, man. Okay, and this is a part of Esau's left-hand wonders. This is part of his left-hand miracles, man. Through these technological advancements. Like it says in the book of Daniel, the 12th chapter, knowledge shall be increased. And indeed, knowledge, aka technology, has been increased, man. To the point where AI is over there creating videos like that. And it's hard to differentiate whether it's a real person or not, man. You got to really scrutinize these things. You know? And they might even, you know, come up with a Project Bluebeam event. And a movie to show you that, the predictive programming movie to show you that is the Spider-Man movie with Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Okay? I'm not remembering the Spider-Man movie right now, so forgive me. But I know it has Spider-Man, which is Tom Holland. And then you got Zendaya as Mary Jane. Then you got Jake Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. Okay? And then you had Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury. You know? If anybody's into the Marvel stuff. But nonetheless, the point of the matter is that Jake Gyllenhaal, Mysterio, he basically was faking the whole world to believe that he was a superhero because he had drones that were able to work together in tandem to create images and create different effects that were realistic as well. Okay? And basically one day one of his drones got damaged, got left behind, and that's basically how they were able to tell that this dude was a fake, man. But that's that technology, you see? So the signs and wonders, the left-hand miracles, Esau's technology is getting so heavy out here that, you know, if it were possible, it would deceive the very elect, man. You know, but ultimately the elect cannot be deceived because the Lord has given the elect discernment through the Spirit to read between the lines. You know, but that just goes to show you how heavy it is. And you're going to see why a lot of our people are going to, you know, take heed to this beast system, man. Because it's all they know. You know, Jake out here, a lot of our own people, they worship, you know, AI, man. Okay, they worship Esau, Edom. And this modern Roman Empire lifestyle. And that's all they know. You see? Verse 25, behold, I have told you before, wherefore if they shall say unto you, behold, he is in the desert, go not forth. Behold, he is in the secret chambers, believe it not. For as the lightning cometh out of the east, and shineth even unto the west, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Right. So, just like when you see lightning, you know, on the east, and you see it all the way from the west, you're going to know, hey, yep, the Lord here. Nobody's going to have to tell you the Lord is here because you're going to see it for yourself. Scripture say, behold, every eye shall see him. Right? Revelation 1:7. When Yahushua returns, you're going to know it's Yahushua. Nobody's going to have to tell you, oh, look, it's Yahushua. No, man. Everybody's going to know in their spirit, and they're going to see him with their eyes, because the Lord is going to cover the face of the whole sky. Okay? It says, for wheresoever the carcass is, there will the eagles be gathered together. And that precept's also in the book of Job. Going to show you how Shai believed in the Old Testament. But basically meaning, if you see a dead carcass, right, you're going to see those birds of prey pecking on it, man. It's going to let you know that, look, what you see is what it is, man. Okay? So nobody's going to have to convince you, oh, must be a dead animal right there, because you're going to see all the eagles and the vultures surrounded by it pecking on that body. Same thing with the day of the Lord. Nobody's going to have to tell you twice, oh, maybe that's Yahushua. No, you're going to know, man. But this technology is getting so heavy out here that this devil really is, you know, he's really doing his thing, man. Okay? But if that's what the Lord gave this devil, how much more the technology we about to receive in the kingdom, man? Through the spiritual power. But this is Revelation chapter 13, verse 14. Okay? Which Revelation 13 is all about this beast system. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 13. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the earth in the sight of men. Right, and that's Esau bringing down his different fires, like his weapons that he has, like nuclear missiles, rockets, direct energy weapons. You see? Bombs, right? Nobody was really able to tap into these things before Esau did. Before the beast did. Okay? All right? And it says, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles. Those miracles is going into that left-hand technology. Okay? And a lot of people are being deceived. Okay? And you know, and you got a lot of people who really can't tell the difference between if it's real or if it's AI, man. And, you know, shit. That first clip, man, that shark clip, man, you would have fooled me. You know? Because I was like, damn, it was genuinely hard to tell that wasn't a real news clip. Okay? But that's why, you know, you got to pray for discernment, you know? Pray to Yahweh Shai to help sharpen your discernment, especially in these times, man, because there's a lot more deception coming down the pipeline, man. You know? But I want to go into that word, miracles. Salakia, bear with me.
Strong's G, 4592, Semayon. Semayon.
It says a sign, mark, token, that by which a person or a thing is distinguished from others and is known. Sign, prodigy, portent, i.e. an unusual occurrence, transcending the common course of nature, right? And Esau's technology is transcending the common course of nature, man. You know, a lot of people, you know, if they were here now from the times of the ancient world and they see the technology that we have today, they'd be like, man, this is witchcraft. You know, because really it is in a roundabout way, you know? But this is the society we live in, man. Okay, that's not to say you're going to be over righteous and never use your phone again. But, you know, that's that technology, man. Okay? And it says, of signs portending remarkable events soon to happen. It says, of miracles and wonders by which God authenticates the men sent by him, or by which men prove that the cause they are pleading is the Most High's, right? And Esau is really sent by the Most High on the left-hand side, you know, because that definition applies to the men on the right-hand side who are going to be doing supernatural miracles in these last days through the spirit and power of Yahweh Basham Shai. But these devils, they're doing their miracles on the left-hand side, man. And a part of that is, you know, their technology. Okay? But that's really the point, man. So we got to stay on our toes, spiritually speaking. Reading it again, Revelation 13 and 14, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast, which is this Roman Empire way of life, which had the wound by a sword and did live, right? Because at one point in time, you know, the Roman Empire fell, but you know, you had the Dark Ages. Our people came up into power. Then that deadly wound was healed, which was the beginning period of the Renaissance era, all the way to this present day. You know, so that's the point of that right there. Lord wills us is edifying, and we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Hakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, the great most of them that rule well. Peace and blessings to the elected nation of Israel. Shalom, Ababa, Kwam Yasharala.
Every time I see a drone show, I can't help but think, how is this possible? To me, it looks like modern witchcraft, so that's why I decided to find out, how do drone shows work? The creative process for a drone show always starts with an idea. Maybe you're dreaming of an aerial dragon or a specific message written across the night sky. Whatever your vision, its realization involves specialized drone show software. This software resembles 3D programs like Blender or Cinema 4D, where you can create objects and animations in a virtual environment using vertices, the corner points that form the structure of any 3D model. For example, a simple cube has 8 of these points. However, instead of working with vertices, you work with drones. These drones, illuminated in the darkness, take the place of vertices to assume any imaginable shape in the air. Unlike 3D modeling, where you also work with edges and faces, a drone show presents a different challenge. You don't have edges or faces, only points of light. To mimic a simple shape like a cube in the air, depending on the desired size and resolution, many more than 8 drones are required. Every show design consists of 3 crucial elements. We need to know how many drones are necessary to create the shape and animation. Then we need to program the XYZ coordinates of each drone at any given time during the show in order to create the desired image. And we also need information about when the LED lights on each drone should go on, and if so, in which color. Luckily, modern drone show software allows the import of 3D models and animations. This way, existing designs created in your familiar 3D software can be transformed into a breathtaking airshow. But you can also build a whole show from scratch. There are also plugins that will allow you to create a drone show without having to leave your favorite 3D software. In the SkyBrush add-on for Blender, for example, you can create distinct key shapes or frames at different points on the timeline, such as a ball at the beginning and a cube at a later time. The software then automatically calculates the intermediate shapes and creates a smooth transition between these keyframes. This process, known as interpolation or morphing, allows the software to generate the frames in between the user-defined shapes, resulting in a seamless animation without the need to manually position each drone. You just set the start and end points, and SkyBrush handles the transformation between them. Within the DroneShow software, you simulate the entire show, adjusting every detail until it's perfect. But at that moment, you essentially only have a digital plan, a series of instructions on how many drones are needed, their exact locations in 3 dimensions at each moment of the show, and their color at any given time. All this data, stored in the language of computers in the form of digital code of ones and zeros, must be put to use. Software plays a crucial role, but of course, we need some hardware to bring this aerial spectacle to life. The drones, or show drones, are no ordinary quadcopters. They are designed to be lightweight and robust to ensure that they can maneuver precisely and withstand bumps and strong winds. These drones are outfitted with vibrant LED lights, capable of creating a spectrum of colors and patterns. Furthermore, precision is key in a drone show, which is why these drones come equipped with a ton of sensors to keep them exactly where they need to be. Of course, there is GPS to determine their precise location, but they are also equipped with IMUs, or inertial measurement units, which help the drone understand its orientation and movement. The IMU feeds data about the drone's speed, the angles at which it's tilting, and its direction. This information is crucial for maintaining stability and to ensure the drones fly according to their programmed patterns. Then there's also the barometric pressure sensor. This sensor helps the drone maintain a stable altitude by measuring atmospheric pressure. Since air pressure decreases with altitude, the drone can determine its height above the ground. They also have collision prevention sensors, but more on that later. Industry show drone examples include the Firefly Gen 2 that was used in this show at the anniversary celebration of the St. Pete Spear, and the Intel Shooting Stars, which were used at the Olympics and the Super Bowl. It offers a flight time of around 20 minutes and has a range of 1.5 kilometers. Fun fact, the current world record holder for the largest drone show used 5,162 drones and was performed in China by Higrade. So you programmed your show and all drones are neatly laid out on the field. But how do you transform this collection of drones into the stunning formations you had in mind? The answer lies within the control center, the beating heart of the show where everything is coordinated. A computer loaded with all essential data in the form of ones and zeros is connected to a transmitter. This data is then sent into the air as RF signals through an antenna. RF communication, similar to Wi-Fi or radio, uses electromagnetic waves called carrier waves. These waves are basically invisible light and therefore move at the speed of light. This makes them perfect for applications where any noticeable delay is unacceptable, such as drone shows. To send all the instructions to the drones wirelessly, they use a technique called modulation. This involves modifying a carrier wave to encode instructions for drones. The main types of modulation used are on-off keying, frequency modulation, and amplitude modulation. On-off keying is basically digital Morse code, transmitting binary data by switching the carrier wave on and off. The other modulation forms work in similar fashion, but by changing the amplitude or frequency. For example, a lower amplitude may signify a 0 and a higher amplitude a 1. This encoded information is sent through the air and picked up by the drone's antennas. This is an oversimplification, but a 1 could tell the drone to turn its lights on, while a 0 could mean that the drone should turn its lights off. Okay, great, so we have technology to reach the drone, but how do we give the right instructions to the right drone? This precise targeting is achieved through the use of unique identifiers, or UIDs. A UID is a unique code assigned to each drone, similar to a personal identification number, ensuring that the broadcast signals from the control system are recognized and acted upon only by the drone assigned to that specific UID. Flying over 8,000 drones next to each other can get very hectic and very messy. Imagine drone 769 and drone 775 are part of a large drone light show. An unexpected gust of wind slightly pushes drone 769 off its intended path, putting it on a potential collision course with drone 775, and all of a sudden, the show is in danger. Here's where technology steps in. The drone sensors detect that drone 769 is pushed off course and notices the increased proximity to drone 775. The control system receives data from the GPS and obstacle detection sensors. Advanced algorithms then process this data in real time. It immediately calculates alternative routes to avoid the collision. And last but not least, safety. Drone shows incorporate multiple layers of safety to ensure the well-being of both the drones and the spectators. Geofencing creates a virtual boundary around the performance area. Drones are programmed not to fly outside these predetermined boundaries to ensure that they remain within the safe and approved airspace throughout the show. Most shows also include a panic button to immediately ground all drones if necessary. This can be triggered manually by an operator or automatically by the drone systems. It is also possible to take control of each individual drone if one decides to go rogue. In summary, the key steps to a successful drone show include conceptualization, detailed design in specialized software, effective RF communication, precise identification through UIDs, rigorous collision prevention strategies, and of course, safe landing protocols. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. And I'll see you in the next one.